Hello, this is the story of YouTube. Um, this is the story of YouTube by T-Bell Cortex. Sorry if my voice sounds kind of like weak or something, I guess. It's just that I have sore throat and yeah. Um, let's get started. YouTube and its founders. So the first of its founders was one of the three founders was Stephen Chen. He was born in Taiwan in 1978. And then later on in his life, he then moved to America. And then when he moved to America, he went to Illinois. And as he went there, he really enjoyed computing and anything that had to do with like coding and computer skills. So he enjoyed coding and programming. And then he left college to go work at PayPal. And he is the second image right there. That's him. That's Stephen Chen. So, the next of the three founders was Chad Harley. Chad Harley was born in 1977 in Pennsylvania. And him, different from the two other founders, he was also interested in drawing. And you'll find out how that affects YouTube later on. And he also enjoyed electronics. So that was a very important part of his life, as you can imagine. So he also left college to go work at PayPal. But Stephen Chen went there because of his programming skills. Chad Harley went there because he had a great artistic ability and he was good with electronics. So he designed the PayPal logo, which I really didn't know about. And so Jawad Karim, I think that's how you say it. He was born in 1979 in East Germany, and that's like really cool. He moved to the U.S. in 1992. He went to work with his mom because when they moved to America, they most likely didn't have a lot of money, so they couldn't pay for like a babysitter or daycare or anything, so they had to bring him to their work. And a very interesting story about him is that he got interested in computer skills while he was at his mom's work, and he was doing like taking apart, putting together a bunch of things, and he really enjoyed that. He was offered a job at PayPal too, and so yeah, he's the third image. So I'm just going to go through them again. That's Stephen Chen, that's Chad Harley, and that's Jawad Karim. Google pays big. So Google bought YouTube for an insane amount of money. And the reason they did this is because they saw that YouTube was growing, so they took an advantage of that, and they definitely made a good choice. So what Google did is they bought YouTube, but the funny thing is that they did not change anything about YouTube. Like, they bought it, but they thought it was perfect the way it was. So as I said, they bought YouTube, and they bought it for $1.65 billion, which is a lot. And Google did make a good profit from that. Even though they spent $1.65 billion, now in return they get approximately $10 billion per year. So yeah. The original owners still got very popular because of the fact that they did not change anything about YouTube, because the owners or should I say the creators, they're the ones who really designed it and who made YouTube become so popular. Meaning at PayPal. So you might have figured this before, but yes, the creators did meet at PayPal. If you remember, each of them were offered a job at PayPal, and so during their college, most of them just went straight to PayPal. They didn't finish their college degrees, and so others did finish their college degrees, but so they all went to PayPal, got jobs there, and then they got fired. And what I mean by that is, so what happened was that they met at PayPal and like they became friends, but at PayPal, they already got like what they wanted from it, and most of the workers or like engineers, they didn't really need them anymore. So they just told them that they didn't need them and they got fired. So what did all three of them do? Well, they became friends and they worked together, and they didn't have any college degrees, so they really had nowhere to go, except Jawad Karim. He did have a college degree. So trouble did come, because imagine they didn't have any way to make money. So all three of them lived in this little apartment above a pizza shop, and there have been rumors, well, not rumors, like people saying that YouTube was created in a garage. Well, actually, as I was looking that up, it was not created in a garage. It was actually created in an apartment above a pizza shop, and they were just there, and they had to find a way to make money. So they started creating websites. So they had a lucky shot, and what I mean by that is it really moves into the next slide. They designed Hook and Hook Up. So YouTube was actually originally called Hook and Hook Up. It was a dating website. Most people didn't know that, neither did I. But yeah, it was a dating website. But as you can imagine, this was really unsuccessful. Like, really unsuccessful. And so they so they just left that website out there, but they really didn't do anything with it. So then they were like, we should make a website where we can post videos and like watch funny videos and like informational videos and fun videos like that. And so then they realized that everything was already in the original website, Hook and Hook Up. So they created it, YouTube. They changed a little bit of coding. They changed the profiles to channels, and yeah, etc. And yeah, that's really what they did. So YouTube's social impact. YouTube did have a great social impact. YouTube made other people popular, such as Justin Bieber. That's the first that like most people might not know about, but he's a big one. And yeah, people got rich from YouTube. Now, going back to what I said with Justin Bieber, you might be like, how do people get rich from just posting videos? Well, Justin Bieber, what he did is that he posted videos of him playing the guitar and singing along, and it was originally his mother that posted these videos to show his family. And then more and more people started seeing those videos, and he got more and more subscribers, etc. You know how that works. And so important people saw him, like people that were already famous, and then they recruited him, and then he started singing, and then that's how his whole career started. And yeah, YouTube became a career for people, because other people just get paid for posting videos because it attracts more people, and like with the commercials and everything, there's a bunch of commercializing, and YouTube doesn't keep all the money they make. They give it out to some people, because they would give it out to the biggest channels, because think about it. Say that like the music channel didn't exist. Well, half of us would be like, no, we can't find music videos on YouTube anymore. And you might still be able to, but they won't be as good quality. So it attracts more people, and as people start watching get on YouTube, they see commercials, and that's where the money comes in. And YouTube gives out, well, Google technically gives out money to those people. Okay, people are actually the ones that made YouTube become successful, because it's not the creators that posted these videos. Well, Jawad Karim did post the first video about the zoo, but no, like, they didn't really do anything besides program the website. It's like, I don't know, Mario. The Nintendo people, they just created this video game, but they're not the ones who played it and made it become so popular. They just designed the coding for it. And that's just one example. It's maybe not the best. But all I'm trying to say is that it's the people that posted all these videos that made YouTube become so rich and popular. Okay, YouTube's range of videos. YouTube has a lot of videos, as you can imagine. There's a fun fact. If every minute, like every amount, like the amount of videos posted in a minute would take you one full week to watch. So yeah, that's a lot. And so yeah, YouTube has a lot of videos. They have informational videos for teachers in class. They have funny videos for like when you're at home just trying to entertain yourself. So yeah, it's really good for school, and it's fun. And the creators didn't want, like, maybe they did want it to end up like this, but they're not the ones who decided, oh, let's post some informational video, oh, let's post some funny videos, etc. It's the people that were like, oh, there's this good video, it could help out. And people interpreted YouTube in a bunch of different ways, and that's how we have this, I don't know if you can call it society, but that's kind of what it is, of videos, because if you go on YouTube, you can find like anything really. Like, yeah. That's the end by me, Tebow.